Hello everybody, welcome to 5 Minute Movie Reviews, a new segment where we review all your favorite movies in 5 minutes or less. I, of course, am Luke Smith, co-host of the Cinebros podcast, and today I'm very excited because we're talking about an entirely different type of movie on this show. Before we talk about R-rated gritty films, Quentin Tarantino movies, bloody movies, all kinds of that stuff, horror zombie movies. This week, we're talking about a teen comedy, and I figured, why not talk about one of the most influential teen comedies, Mean Girls. And you might be wondering, why am I wearing pink? Well, because on Wednesdays we wear pink, and it's not Wednesday, it's Monday, and on Mondays we wear pink as well. So that is why I'm wearing pink today. So, to start off, this movie was written by Tina Fey in her writing debut. She'd been on SNL for years at the time, and this was a couple years before she made 30 Rock, which is one of the most influential and popular comedy television shows of all time. So this was her first time writing something before, and I think her screenplay is probably one of the best aspects of the movie. The jokes are very funny. Who can forget iconic lines such as,
"So if you're from Africa, why are you white?"
Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white.
And
that's why her hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
And there's plenty more that I could pick through. But you all know this movie is very quotable. Probably one of the most quotable movies that I've seen. And something that also makes this movie very exciting is the cast. This is a stacked comedy cast. And like I said, Tina Fey wrote the movie, but she's also in the movie. Lindsay Lohan is in it. This was before she went nutso. And she's actually very pretty. I forget how pretty Lindsay Lohan was back in the day, but she's very pretty, and she does a great job. It's probably her best acting performance in a movie, I'd say. This or Freaky Friday, which is also pretty cool. It gives me some nostalgia from when I was younger. But she's in this. You got Rachel McAdams, who is playing a high schooler, even though she's actually 8 years older than most of the principal cast members in this movie at the time. But she's really good. She's really mean as Regina George, like the head of the Plastics. Very just horrible, like the meanest popular girl you can think of. It's also got Amanda Seyfried in her first movie. I think she just graduated high school right before she started filming, and she's really good, plays like the ditzy girl. Of course, you got Lacey Chabert, who was in the Wild Thornberrys back in the day as a kid, voice actress, and this is one of her first live-action roles. She does a really good job. It's got Lizzie Kaplan as like the Janice Ian, who you guys know as the goth chick who befriends Lindsay Lohan's character in the movie, and is also a mean girl in her own right, just not nearly as popular as the Plastics. But she does really good. This is a stacked cast, and very quotable movie, very funny movie. Gives me a lot of nostalgia for that time, and most people my age, this is one of the quintessential movies from when they were younger. So, but of course this is a movie review show, and I can't just talk about how influential this movie is and all that stuff. There's also a decent amount of negatives to this movie. Rewatching it, you know, the script, while it has quotable lines and the actors are good, and it's just a very enjoyable movie, it's funny, the screenplay actually has a decent amount of cliches in it. You know, it focuses on popularity, and that's a theme that's been covered in all kinds of high school movies, dating back to John Hughes and the 1980s and all kinds of stuff. And I'd say some of those 80s teen comedies have handled it better. You know, there is a lot of cliches. There's the like cute boy that Lindsay Lohan and Regina George both are fawning over, and the actor does a fine job, but his character's very boring. There's a lot of things in this movie where tries to say a lot more than it's actually saying. You know, there's a lot of social commentary it tries to put in there that doesn't always work, and that is a detriment of the script, despite the quotable lines and everything that's we all know and love from it. So this is not a perfect movie at all, and you know, rewatching it, it's decent. It's a decent film. A lot of cliches throughout. Not all of the performances are good. Some of the supporting cast does not do a very good job. Tina Fey, for the most part, does fine with the material she has, which is kind of weird considering she wrote it, but some of her line delivery is questionable at best. You know, this isn't, like I said, this is not a perfect movie by any stretch. In fact, it's probably pretty mediocre overall. I feel like my nostalgia kind of heightens my enjoyment of it. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I can kind of overlook some of its flaws because of how much I liked it when I was younger, and it's fun to rewatch now. But, of course, all that enjoyment that I have for it can't let us forget the flaws that this movie has. You know, at the end, it's really a by-the-numbers teen comedy that is elevated by funny jokes and great performances from the cast. So, I will be giving Mean Girls a 6 out of 10. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you like this, you can check out our new videos come out on Monday or new podcast videos come out midnight on Fridays. And thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye.